Mobile applications are an integral component of businesses. Customers find using them simple and convenient when engaging with a venture. So, mobile apps have taken center stage when it comes to marketing and creating a business strategy. However, developing a best-fit mobile app isn't simple, especially when consumer interests change rapidly. Most businesses fear investing a hefty sum in developing full-fledged applications only to find it insufficient after a few years. The MVP apps are saviors in these scenarios. They help companies create the delicate balance between building a fully functional app and having a small budget to sustain changes. An MVP application is the most suitable choice for brands struggling to identify features that the market expects and possessing a minimalistic budget. Since these apps are simple and cost-effective, they solve your purpose without burdening your pockets. Thus, your organization won't suffer from massive losses even if your MVP app idea fails. In contrast, these apps are highly flexible, scalable, and adaptive. You can integrate your MVP app with new features and functionalities to impress the target audiences and solve complex business concerns. These features compel many companies to invest in MVP apps at the earliest. So, if you are planning to develop an MVP app but don't know about the initial budget, this podcast episode is all for you. Now let's deeply understand the meaning of MVP apps, their features, and the cost you need to set aside. An overview of MVP apps. An MVP is a subset of the finished item. It stands for a minimal viable product and has the very few elements necessary to carry out the essential tasks at the heart of your concept. It's thought of as a strategic step for startups to release an MVP app. An MVP app aids in gathering crucial and pertinent information that will aid in making a successful future investment. It makes it possible to learn how users feel about the app's features and goals. It is a great technique to test the app and avoid any significant errors. It is a fully functional app with only the most fundamental and necessary features. An MVP app aids in the development of wise financial practices so that you have enough resources for the development of the app's second phase. MVP is a finished product that undergoes some alterations as new features are added throughout time. It enables you to create new features gradually because it won't put an undue strain on your financial resources. As per the reports, many startups and budding ventures fail due to their unplanned and hefty investments in developing feature-rich applications without understanding market expectations. However, moving with an MVP app idea will provide better results without the chances of losing a huge sum. Factors affecting the cost of MVP app development. An MVP can be created for a tiny fraction of the price of a full app. If you have skilled developers by your side, creating an MVP for a mobile app is simple. The price of creating an MVP might vary depending on several variables. A few elements influencing an MVP app's price include: 1. Choice of the developer. The choice of the developer is one of the most crucial elements that affect the cost of MVP app development. Even the MVP of a mobile app takes programming knowledge to develop. You have 3 options for hiring developers: in-house staff, a reputable IT firm, or a freelancer. The cost of an MVP mobile app might range from $10/hour to $200/hour if you use a freelancer. The rate is based on the freelancer's level of expertise and experience. In comparison to recruiting a freelancer, hiring an IT company is another excellent option. Furthermore, IT firms are more reliable than independent contractors. For an MVP project with high-quality work, IT providers can charge anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000. You can ask IT companies and freelancers for an estimate if you are unsure about the price of an MVP mobile app project. 2. Product design. The cost of the MVP app development project is also influenced by the product's design. The complexity of MVP mobile apps raises the price of the app. Complex apps are difficult to use and demand strong developing abilities. So, calculate the cost of the user interface, UI, that you have selected and add it to the cost of the initial design to get a ballpark figure. Making the UI basic keeps costs down and guarantees a positive user experience. 3. Consider the features. The cost of the MVP project can be estimated based on how many features you opt to include in the mobile app. More MVP features require more time to develop, which drives up the price. The type of mobile app you are creating must be understood clearly because this will help you decide what features are essential. The MVP mobile app should be developed with all the fundamental and essential features only. For choice of technology. The price of creating an MVP mobile application depends on the underlying technology stack. By organizing the pre-tailored solutions and creating an MVP, time can be saved. In a hybrid environment, it is preferable to avoid utilizing native codes while developing features because it raises the overall cost of development. How much does an MVP app cost? Considering the above factors, the cost of developing an MVP app is never a single value. However, the budget required to build an MVP app ranges from $15,000 to $50,000. Besides, it's better to understand that the complexity of your MVP app and the subsequent updates can increase your overall budget. However, the initial version won't be costly for your company. Conclusion. Indeed, MVP apps are game changers for every business. Now that you know the cost required to build a customized MVP app, you can get started at the earliest. The best step to start creating your MVP app is by choosing the right team and developers for your project. Oxano Global Services is the choicest option if you are looking for an experienced app development team having expertise in producing several successful MVP solutions for numerous clients. Do you have any questions regarding the cost required to develop an MVP app? Give us a call or reach out to our developers now. We are just a call away. It makes us delighted to create informative podcasts like these and help more listeners with leading tech and marketing topics. We will come up with more interesting podcasts soon. Please subscribe to our podcasts to receive notifications when we put up a new episode. Stay tuned with us to stay abreast with the latest technologies, trends, and business patterns. Hold tight with us till then.